Hi everyone, today I'm going to talk about The Hungry Lion Throws Itself on the Antelope by Henri Rousseau. So, this is Henri Rousseau, and he was a naive artist who painted primitive and simple shapes. His works are really different from academic artists, and you can see why later on when I talk about his paintings. So, one thing that makes Rousseau different from all the other artists is that he was self-taught. Well, that is because he wasn't actually trained to be an artist, but a lawyer at first. After high school, he went to law school to study law, but then he became a soldier and served for 4 years. After his father's death, he went back home to take care of his mother and became a toll collector who collected tickets from ferries, trains, and all the other vehicles. But with his boring job as a toll collector, he started to paint and studied paintings from museums and exhibitions, and studied plants from botanic gardens. Well, later on in his life, he actually had a botanic garden built for himself, and he planted a lot of different kinds of foreign plants and studied them for his paintings. So, despite the fact that he painted these amazing plants all together, he did not really went to any one of the famous jungles or forests in the world. He just studied all the plants in his botanic garden. So, his works weren't really welcomed by the Paris art world, and even though he exhibited his paintings at a salon, people still didn't like his paintings really much. Some of the critics even say that he must have painted most of his paintings with his feet and his eyes closed. Well, that cannot be true because to me, his paintings are actually quite difficult to achieve and also really, really amazing. So, despite his increasing reputation, Rousseau continued to exhibit his work at the annual salon. But The Hungry Lion actually made a lot of difference because it was exhibited in the Autumn Salon in 1905, alongside works by Henri Matisse and Andrew Derain, which are both also modern artists who painted organic shapes that are, of course, simpler than academic artist works. So, this is the painting, The Hungry Lion Throws Itself on the Antelope, and you can see why the name, because, of course, in the foreground, you can see a lion biting into an antelope's neck. You can see that apart from the lion and the antelope, there are still 2 or even 3 animals in this painting. So there is a panther on the tree, which is on the above right part of the painting, and in the middle, more of in the background where you can see this orange setting sun, there is also an owl biting on, a piece of flesh, probably from another dead animal. And on the left side of it, there's another bird which is also biting on a piece of flesh. So this painting actually has sort of like a faithful meaning. It's like the panther is waiting for his share of the antelope, and the lion is like the lion is not like the biggest enemy of all of the animals in the jungle. So you can see that there are a lot of different species of plants in these paintings, and they are all in different tones and colors of green. And the painting is really special and amazing because the green, I mean, they're all green, but it's really hard to create the sense of different tones of greens, and they are still really clear that they are different plants, despite the fact that they're all green. And you can see that in the background of the painting, as I said, there is this orange setting sun. But even though it's orange, which is like, the color is not really a friend of green, the whole painting still looks balanced. And from the fact that there are a lot of animals hidden in this painting, you can still see that Rousseau is actually quite talented, even though the people back in his time said he wasn't. Well, at later on in his career, people started to notice that he was quite talented, and art critics didn't say mean things about his paintings anymore, and he got famous at the end of his career. So I really think this painting is really cool, and it's just spectacular. So I think I'll try to recreate something like this, and just to see and learn how Rousseau made this kind of jungle paintings. Thanks for watching.